Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the Orange Allies with SFT-AD. Spawn on top right side as the Cyan Empire. We have 5dGYp0BAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAW. I think I said that right. Either way, we do gotta have an instant generator that deploys out quicker than instant ramen noodles, as well as a handful of instant dojos or refineries, as well as just going for 3 instant dojos. Dogi pushes his way forward, trying to spot his opponent. Now they're making their way over the left, just making it over the right, so he knows this or the Oreo Derrick is relatively safe. It's going to take time to clear up the garrisons as well. Let's go ahead and deploy out a instant dojo right there. Dogi's trying to camp it, and the Dogi does avoid being crushed by the hovercraft. Imperial Warrior does get inside the garrison as well, so should be able to ward away the dog from being around the oil derrick. Empire Engineer should be making his way out. We do have this Dojo Corps push his way forward. As well as some Javelin troops and infantry forces here. We have these garrisons one by one. It does have this one garrison garrison, at least probably with one peacekeeper. More Imperial Warriors getting inside the garrison. We got a Dojo Corps actually trying to claim the garage, but we do have Multi-Gunner IFV holding out, load up of a Peacekeeper, so it should be a Rip Party Engineer or anything that comes out that's infantry related. And now we do have a Allied Engineer advancing forward trying to claim the garage themselves, so the garage is going to be very contested in this game. Or once one player captures it, he's going to the other player's going to destroy it now. We got a laser lock on the instant dojo. Think was deployed on out, getting some good hits there onto the Multi-Gunner IFV. Does get inside the garrison as well. The other one is not loaded up with Peacekeeper. Trying to be loaded up with Peacekeeper now. Does get loaded up with Peacekeeper. And the garage he claimed is going to give some much needed health regen. Get some good damage there. And both Multi-Gunner IFVs will stay alive, and they will stay alive with the garage claim. Now, I do got a bit of harassment on the Prospector. The Prospector, of course, does have a bit of health regen, but it needs to get out of that line. Multi-Gunner IB pushing me forward, so going to sell off a couple wall segments there now. There's going back away on the far side of the refinery, and there's a lot of missiles hitting that Jet Tengu as it goes down. We got another instant dojo deployed on now. He's going to try to reclaim or claim the garage from his opponent. And these Multi-Gunner IVs are now at full health. Does go into charge, bonsai charging that garrison. Gets a good knockback there with the shotguns. Takes out 3 out of 4 of those Imperial Warriors. Gets good hits there on the instant dojo, but there's only Peacekeeper or Imperial Warriors inside these garrisons. And the garage will out-repair the damage. And does get a nice knockback strike there on the Tank Buster. Does get a Tank Buster inside the garrison now, and he does no longer have the garage to see no more self-repairs. Does get a nice knockback there, multiple nice knockbacks there. And one of the Multi-Gunner IFVs will go down. Do now have an air base here, and the good repairs onto the Prospector. The Prospector can be sent back on the line now, as Multi-Gunner IFVs are pursuing those Jet Mecha Tengus. Does clear out the garrison. No, does not clear out the garrison there. More of these Imperial forces does get inside the garrison as well. There's a lot of tank busters in there. They're focusing down the airfield. May want to throw some rounds on the... Yes, he's going to hit the Vindicator. Does get the kill there on the Vindicator. Pretty close to it. Barracks will go down. Keeps a good efficiency to these tank busters. And can go ahead and cleave through the wall segments there with the tank busters as well. Now the Vindicator could receive some shots there. Actually didn't finish off that wall segment, never mind. Tsunami tank deployed out, has nanoflectors activated. Multiple tsunami tanks are pushing way forward, and with the garage support there as well, they're going to be very, very resilient with the nano deflectors active. airfield receiving quite a bit of fire, does get another layer of walls, but in actuality, those walls are too close. They were able to fire from the second story floor over those walls. Tsunami takes getting some good damage there. One of them does go down. He may be trying to use honorable discharge. And we've also got the drones getting damaged as well. So actually, the drones are starting repairing the drones. Jet Tengu's flying about, takes out, chasing down one of the Vindicators. Good hits there onto the Jet Tengus. It does transform there, and since they're on the ground, they will receive repairs from the garage. So it has them on aggressive and just start firing away against all of these wall segments. And these forces are getting nice and repaired up. Another point defense drone. That'd be very nice in order to help top keep their health repairing well in combat as well. Food camp being deployed out as well. And carries come for a nice bomb run there. Point defense drones, and now with the garage and a down deflector, that's going to be a lot of repairs onto that one guy that's wounded. Going to make his way out to sea. We'll be starting engaging from the sea, and he will not receive repairs while he's out at sea, but the one that is wounded does manage to get out onto land again. See, as he gets back onto sea, they receive no damage repairs. A lot of jet tanks getting shot up by these multi-gunner IVs. Let's take out a number of those Vindicators to take out both of them, but it does lose a number of these Mecha Tengus and Jet Tengus. Though with the garage repairs, he's able to stall out a little bit longer. That one does get focused down, the other one may escape. And over here, now the Super Tank's getting some great damage there onto the ore refinery. And thanks to Nano Reflectors getting a lot of repairs, let's take them both out, and thanks to the honorable discharge, takes out the ore refinery. And looks like there was some mutual trades here. Looks like it's down to one tank buster inside the garrison. The heroic one did go down to the peacekeepers. We do have this world there now under siege from the multi-gunner IVs. Over here, Vindicators come for another bombing run. Not sure where though. Jet Tangus are flying about. There's a good number of them. Sells that instant generator because he thought that was going to get bombed. Good little juke there. You also got a lot of walls being pulled out as well. Good damage there on the ore collector, but the garage will top off its health. It takes 5 Vindicators to bomb and destroy a collector. Garage now under siege. We're going to start cleaning that up. Looks like the allies are working against right to repair, so they're destroy the garage. Only licensed vendors only. Over here, the Jet Tangus are flying about. Vindicators are not being pursued just at the moment. We got multiple multi-gunner IVs. Now on the higher ground, we got tank buster and peacekeepers or Imperial Boards trying to push the way forward, but Vindicators trying to pick them off, but the Jet Tangus are forcing them back, but then the multi-gunner IVs will force them back. Going for a bonsai charge, there's a lot of peacekeepers in this here, and they're actually getting picked off before making the garrison. Let's actually get out with the last peacekeeper there. And the tank buster will manage to get inside the garrison as well. It does do a trade there with the peacekeeper, or the Imperial Warrior. Tank busters pushing their way forward. Now they'll make their way back. Imperial Warrior on the low ground. Do got a dog on the high ground. Over here, do got the Guardian tank pushing way forward. The garrison does not go down to that bombing run. And now I do have these forces getting some much needed repairs right now. Though it looks like they are a little bit out of the repair radius. No, they're still in. Guardian tank maybe out of the repair radius. Got a big swell of jet tangoos flying about. And up here, we got the dog being gunned down by the Imperial Warrior. Jet Tango's eyeing for drops somewhere. We got the multi-gunner IVs pursuing them. Looks like the Jet Tangos will fall back. Does keep his opponent back at base, so him not actually engaging is still being good for the Empire player because it's still applying aggression, applying pressure, forcing his opponent to stay back home. We do have a Riptide up here. I'm not sure it's loaded up with anything. Let's hop inside that garrison and maybe see some bomb runs there. Looks like this garrison was claimed by the ally player, and good bomb runs there onto the, looks like 1 Imperial Warrior, 2 Tank Busters. Their tankers are not flying about trying to get those Vindicators because they knew they were falling back at home. Let's get a kill on maybe 1, maybe 2 of them there. Got mass transform there. Find the exposed refinery. Gonna be focusing it down now. Nice bombing run there. It does sell off that refinery there, trying to save the prospector by selling off all those wall segments, and just charges on forward. Up north, we do have looks like this ore collector maybe receive some pressure there by the peacekeepers, but the wall segment does get rebuilt. Mecha Tango is going to find an angle there on the power plant, getting some good damage on in. Now got Emperor's Rage or Wrath or Vengeance. I'm not sure what's exactly what variant it is. Some good damage there. It does fall back a little bit. Over here, we do have the Instant Dojo now receiving quite a bit of fire. We do have now the Chopper VX advancing forward. Does get some rounds into the Guardian tank. And now Tsunami takes a pretty push on 4 as well, but they're getting picked off 1 by 1. Guardian tanks are doing some good focus firing there, but do have some good honorable discharge there. Guardian tanks are quite moving right now. No garage to repair them up. Down here we do have the Mecha Tangos hitting that construction yard quite severely. Let's take out the construction yard now. The ally player does have an armor facility to deploy out another MCV if needed. So does the oil derrick live as well. Riptide now making way out C. Does spot that refinery core. We've got another, that's a, not a refinery core, but ore collector there. Refinery now receiving a bit of fire. That is an elite Riptide. He needs to get these jet tangos engaged at Riptide. And the Riptide will go down. 4 refineries did receive a bit of fire, need some repairs. Now here we've got some Guardian tanks, Javelin troops, and Peacekeepers making their way to the center of the map. Science deploy-ups, NCV. We do have a Striker VX in the air now, Chopper VX. Does have to be worried about those Javelin troops. So now tank does get picked on off there. Guardian tanks will be making their way forward. Instant generator will go down. Looks like the Striker VX over here did receive quite a bit of fire. Peacekeepers going to be ripping apart these forces quite severely. Do have Javelin troops on the high ground, ripping apart some forces, including Imperial Warrior. Generator does go down as well. Chopper VX trying to throw some rounds there. Maybe hit that heroic one. That one's almost dead. Ore Collector does kill it. The Ore Collector does have a decent anti-infantry weapon. But now we've also got the Jet Tangos and Tsunami tanks hitting his opponent's base as well. I think the armor facility is still up. Tsunami tanks being pursued. Of course, we got the naval expansion as well as the construction yard. And a fresh MCV has been deployed now and has already gotten heightened clearance. Ground troops rotating around. It does take out that prospector. It does take out both those Striker VX as well, giving 2 veteran multi-gunner IFVs. Jet tank is still flying about. Do have a tsunami tank trying to hit that Oriole Derrick finally. And he may be going for another refinery core right now. This ore collector still all remains for defense here. You can get out a reclaim this ore mine. Does have a bit of credits remaining. Engage from the high ground as well, taking out the anti-aircraft pieces first. Good, but no, it's still actually up and firing as well. Receive extra damage there. Transforms there, and does take out all of those ground forces. Very, very good. And the oil derrick does go down. Some javelin troops are trying to engage from high ground, only to be able to find wall segments. Looks like he may find an angle down the ore refinery. Does find an angle on the ore refinery now. Ore refinery does go down. Takes out the ore collector as well. Howdy. Multiple wall segments going down. We got the Striker VXs on the high ground. And we do have the prospector now receiving a bit of fire. And its ore collector is now receiving quite a bit of shock and blast, and it does go down as well. The Empire player does have a full expansion now at sea. No expansion or refinery nodes back at home. You have 1, 2, 3, or just 2 for the Allies player, but only 1 reflecting. Both sides are very battered and bruised, but the Empire player does have the advantage, even though he has less infrastructure, because he's in a bit more of a safer position. But a lot of the space is being gutted. We do have... I think that Prospect is maybe trying to make his way out to sea for deploying a expansion. And now the motor gunner IV does go down. Peacekeepers and javelin troops advancing forward, getting some good hits there, receiving some good hits. Decides I'll just get in the ground there. Tsunami tank trying to charge on forward, does get some good kills there. And now the tank busters are going to just sit in their holes and stay there. We got a number of Striker VXs and Chopper VXs on the high ground there. Transforms, use Emperor's Rage, going to charge forward, try to get as much damage in as possible. These jet tankers can transform for a bit of time. These focus down the multi-gunner IVs, but also is unable to, and takes a slower pace of the Emperor's Rage. It's going to receive a lot of extra damage there. Another the Striker VXs do go down, or Chopper VXs. We do have a command hub here. Where's that MCV? I'll be back over here. Redeploy out expand his original refinery line. Thank you for the YouTube subscription. I can't read your name. I need to find a better way to document who subscribes while doing a stream on YouTube. The funny thing is, when somebody subscribes on YouTube and I have my OBS open, not even when a stream's active, I can hear people subscribing to my YouTube channel, so I could be just minding my own business, OBS still open, and all of a sudden I hear somebody subscribe to the YouTube channel. It can be a bit freaky, actually. Makes me wonder if I'm actually accidentally streaming. I've done that a couple times before by accident. Motor gunner IFVs advancing forward, gets some good hits there on the jet Tengus. One of them does get shot down. Chopper VXs, jet Tengus is a good number of them. And this Imperial Warrior does find them for a brief moment. Over here, we do have, looks like ore collectors trying to engage Riptide. The one does receive quite a bit of fire, may want to stay close to it. Does take out one ore collector, which is pretty good for the Riptide. Heroic Imperial Warrior will be shot up by the Peacekeeper. And we've got a massive engagement here. Striker VX is on the ground. Mega Tango's getting some good damage there onto these Mortar Gunner IFVs, but none of them have got still one veteran, two heroic ones still alive, and balloon bombs have been deployed on out. Get some good damage there on those Peacekeepers. Mortar Gunner IFVs does get some good hits there. 3 heroic Mortar Gunner IFVs. Got Emperor's Rage right there. Focus on one of the heroic ones. Should be able to clean up the infantry, no problem. The infantry does get cleaned up. Guardian Tank is in the region. Mortar Gunner turret has been deployed on out. He does get another shot, and does shot down another one of those jet tangoos. And now we do have tank busters deployed on the high ground as well. This could be very, very deadly. Does shoot up on the high ground as well. And that's a lot of firepower right there to hit those vehicles. We're going to deploy out some wall segments. They do have a bit of a targeting issue when firing against towards low ground. If you go to Games Replay, you can get the there should be some links there for the patch maps if you're looking for that. GamesReplay.org is probably one of the more active areas for Red Alert 3 at the moment. Peacekeeper does go down there. Chopper VXs are trying to get some repairs as well. This game will continue. Expansion over here still quite healthy. We got an Imperial Dockyard here. I'm not sure what technology level it is, but it's currently not building anything at the moment. Thinkbusters firing away onto some Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers looks like having trouble actually hitting the Thinkbuster on the high ground, and here comes a bombing run from the Vindicator. Getting a double kill for the first bomb there, so getting 4 out of 5 there are 3 bombs. Very good. We have another ore refinery being pulled on out, but there's a Riptide here. That ore refinery core is going to be intercepted. That is a massive loss. And there's nothing there to save it. And the Empire players surrendered. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.